Hi, I'm Perlis, and you're watching The Creative Take.
What is going on YouTube? WickFlicks here. We are here on The Creative Take. I have a special guest today. Pretty much we have Perlis today. Thank you so much for joining us, Den. And we just have a few questions for you, obviously. But one of my first questions to you is, what's your origin and what inspired you to start your creative journey as a director?
Honestly, it's very different from what you would usually hear, but I used to go in Call of Duty, shoot some people, and then go into theater mode. There was like a theater mode that replays your plays. You go in there, you record like parts of the killing, you know, and then you just edit that.
Yeah.
And I started off doing that when I was like 14. Found it so fun. Did that for like 6 years, and then it kind of like evolved into professional video editing, and then ended up being directing. So it was like a long path, yeah.
So you played like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2?
Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Pod 4,
cool.
all of them.
That's pretty cool. My brother was really good at the game. I sucked because I was a camper, but you know, I did what I had to do to get those kills, man.
Yeah.
So speak about your creative process. How do you approach brainstorming and executing your ideas?
It really depends on the artist, I would say, and the project itself. Like the way I approach projects is very different. Like it differs over types of music. So for example, if it's a drill song, you know, instantly I think like dark and crazy and like atmospheric and like a lot of people and like bring a lot of energy. Like let's say it's a more quiet song, like an Afro song, then it becomes more like a clean, saturated video. Like every little project has its own creative process behind it. But I feel like I just get a lot of inspiration from like other projects I come across by, and then it just ends up being my reference, quote unquote, but then I just give it my own twist. And yeah, that's my way of approaching like a creative process.
Who or what influences your work the most? Because seeing your videos, every single video is different. What's your inspirations?
I would say my inspirations are mainly coming from Russian videos and French videos. Okay. Like their whole aesthetic and style of like filming and lighting, and like even the actors themselves, the performers, like the people who perform in front of the camera, they're very, very, very up there with their level. And I feel like them having their own little sort of aesthetic really influences me and gives me motivation to get to that level of visual, if it makes sense.
Yep.
And there's not like really anyone specific that I look up to or is my role model. It's just like more of a collection of all of the projects I really like, building into one big inspirational source, if it makes sense.
Is there a particular project that stands out as especially meaningful to you that you've shot?
Definitely.
If you can
I don't know if you've heard of the October 7th massacre that happened.
Yes.
So one of my best friends was in that event. He was a photographer in the event.
Wow.
And he ended up like just barely making it out alive out of there. He got shot like 3 times. And the week he came out of there, he's a musician and a photographer. Yeah. So the week he got out of there, we decided to make a song and a video about it, like, you know, replicating his experience there. We've done it, and it just became like huge. Like it was on the news all over. We got interviewed for a French news channels, American, like it was like all over. It won like so many festivals. And just being a music video director and being able to document stuff like this and have like a memorial piece of what happened is like so influential and big to me. So this has to be my number one most influential project.
That's wonderful. I'm glad that he's here and that he can share his projects and his creativity as well as you collaborating and showing that off. So that's great to hear. What's the biggest challenge you faced in your career, and how do you overcome it?
The biggest challenge to me in our industry is always being like refreshing in a way. Like, you know, not always doing the same thing, not repeating the same thing, and always trying to like come up with new ideas, because you know so much has been done already in the industry. Like all types of shots have been filmed already, all types of angles, all types of lightings, but then it's so difficult to find that one frame that stands out in a way and gives people the, you know, that like wow factor.
Yep.
That's what I always strive to achieve in my videos, and it's very difficult. Like that is the one big thing that's kind of difficult. Because imagine I can just, you know, film a nice shot, nice lighting, and call it a day, and people will still think it's nice. But I always try to elevate it and give it like some more than just a regular shot. So my biggest challenge is like the wow factor. That's the biggest challenge to me.
The wow factor. You did speak on kind of staying fresh. How do you keep your ideas fresh and avoid creative burnout?
I do get creative burnout, just like everyone else. Like I do. It's not like I don't have it. I have it very, very, very regularly, actually. But I feel like what really helped me with not falling for it too much is letting go of the over perfectionism. Because I remember back in the start when I just started, I was like really, really, really like I was trying to make everything be perfect.
Yeah.
But then I realized at some point that my idea of perfect, the audience doesn't notice the slight difference, or if the color is slightly brighter, or if the cut is slightly like one frame to the right or one frame to the left. Like it's things that don't really matter that much, and I used to put so much effort into them. And then when I let go of the perfectionism, it just all kind of became easier for me, and like my ideas started flowing more because I had more time to invest in them rather than slow down on old projects. I would just finish them, move on to the next one. That really helped me.
Any future goals, and what's next for you in your creative journey?
Future goals, I would say I really want to get more projects going in the UK. I have in the last 2 months I've been to London, and I've done a big amount of projects in 2 months, which is pretty crazy.
Wow.
But
awesome.
I really want to go back there and just do more, you know, work with the biggest of the biggest. That's my goal. And the next things for me currently are, now I have a big shoot in 2 days. It's a music video for a local artist. And then I have like 3 more videos here locally, and then I'm going back to London on April to, you know, get more job there.
How was that experience shooting out in the UK or just in London in general?
The thing about shooting in London is like the pace, like the industry's pace is so quick. Everything is just like snappy on the spot. Like imagine half of the videos we shot there, me and Don Prod, by the way, I shot with Don Prod. They're really good friends of mine, and we linked up and we shot everything together. They're like the best of the best of the best. But any day you wake up, like a manager calls, says, yo, we need to shoot tomorrow, and then everything just happens instantly. The video is shot, and then the next day they want to post it. So like the pace of the industry is something you need to get along with and like get used to. Luckily me, I've been doing it for like a while, like, you know, banging out videos quickly, so it wasn't very overwhelming for me.
Yeah.
But some other people can definitely take it like as a mission, you know, and not be able to face it because it's very, very quick.
So you guys are shooting and finishing the video the same day?
Yeah, if you know the video Us Versus Them by Nems, you'll see the BTS. You'll see that we shot the video, like we drove from London to Manchester in the morning, shot the video. While shooting the video, Jack from Don Prod was editing the video. In the meantime, I'm shooting the video and Tom is producing the video, so it's us 3. And Jack finished editing the whole video on our way back to London. Imagine he had a laptop just editing all day. Like I'm giving him the SD cards, he copies them and then take it back, keep on shooting. And then when we reached London, the same day the video was ready, which is insane.
Talk about creative burnout. I would know most people would be like, this is like the craziest thing, but that's really cool. Is there anything you learned just from being out there and working with Don Prod, or just, you know, everyone out there? Yeah,
definitely. Like the way they work is very interesting. It's not like any traditional production company. It's more like they're going with the flow and they're just doing everything right. Now, yeah, you have hiccups here and there, but like the general result of the videos is just insane. So like it just comes to show that you don't need to like overthink many things sometimes. Just let it be and do whatever you need to do, but don't like extremely overthink. Just do. That's what I took from it.
That's a good saying. Good luck on your shoot this weekend and a couple more that are upcoming, and you know, I hope to see you go back in the UK and just kill it again. This is pretty much the last question here. What advice would you give to someone just starting in this industry, or anybody that's just starting out as a creative, that whether wants to be a director or just a shooter? The biggest number one piece of advice I could probably give anyone who just starts is don't limit yourself because you don't have the best camera. Don't limit yourself because you don't have a big crew. Don't limit yourself because you don't have big budgets. Like, if you're just starting out, look at it as like a fun thing and you want to get the best result out of it. Because I can say for myself, like when I started, I used to shoot videos, like full music videos on a small Canon R6, which is a small camera.
No crew, no gaffers, no production assistant, no producers, nothing. Just me and a camera. And the people watching the videos thought there was like a full crew behind it, but it was just me trying to get the best result out of what I can use, you know. So I would say, like, don't look at it as I don't have the best camera so I can't shoot. No, look at it as I have this camera and I'm gonna make the best thing I can with that, you know. Like that's the best advice I can give anyone, really.
Like they say, it's the person behind the camera, not what the camera
Exactly.
does. Thank you guys for tuning in to yet another episode on The Creative Take. If you guys have any recommendations of who you guys would like to see or who I should interview, let me know and leave a comment down below. With that being said, thanks for watching.